Hello and welcome. My name is Olga Chwa, and I'll be your guide this afternoon, this evening, for a bit of Yoga Nidra guided relaxation. And I'm so delighted to gather with you this cold day, this cold evening. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to support this channel. Let's bring this body into the state of Yoga Nidra if you're ready and willing. Perhaps you are already lying down and already in that state of awareness, which is in between your sleep and your wake. And perhaps you are just joining us. Perhaps you're just arriving into the practice here. Our practice this evening, a Yoga Nidra for the winter body. And a Yoga Nidra to welcome all the intuitive ways of knowing, all the ways that we've been informed and guided by our own inner sense, our own inner compass. Navigating this season like every other season, patiently, with curiosity. And this practice begins with getting comfortable, letting the body settle in. The invitation is to be vertical. Whoops, I didn't mean that. The invitation is to be horizontal, to be lying down, supported by the earth. And you might choose to sit or to be supported in any other way, using a wall or a chair or bed. At this point, the body's comfort is really the most important. And so giving the body what it needs, what it wants, what it would benefit from in terms of comfort. Are you warm enough? Are you cool enough? Is it soft enough? Is it firm enough? All the details. How's the lighting in the space where you're practicing? You've got control over that, and it might be worth it to make a switch or a shift. Whatever the details are that can be adjusted. Tending to the physical space. And in this practice, those that are joining live on Zoom, you're welcome to use the chat box if you need to communicate in any way. I've got it open here, so your messages will arrive directly. And I do keep my eyes open for what it's worth in holding the space, even in our digital connection here. As I invite you to close your eyes and to come into that inner landscape, that inner world. Coming into the space that is Yoga Nidra by making that decision in your own awareness, by telling yourself, I'm now practicing Yoga Nidra. And that begins with getting comfortable, and hopefully you've done that. And that begins with hanging out with the breath for a moment, and perhaps you're already doing that. Listening to the sounds all around, letting the ears stay open. They're fantastic, even when the eyes are closed. Knowing that these ears are what keeps you safe at this moment. The ears will collect any sounds that need your attention, your awareness, including these instructions. You'll hear the settling, the guidance. We'll do a rotation of awareness through the body, a breathing practice, a little bit of visualization opposites. And then you'll be invited to emerge from the state of awareness. So you can trust that some part of you, the ears and the hearing, are connected to this voice, are connected to these instructions. And when the practice will finish, you will be brought awake and alert. And so between here and there, you can let go. If that feels like a good thing to do, to surrender, to soften, to float away on this practice. That is your practice, the state of awareness. That is your state of awareness. Tending to the physical form, tending to the breath as we've done in the session preceding here. And so the awareness can really be with what is present at this moment, right here, right now. What does the body feel? And what does the body need? And is this something the breath might bring? Is this something that the breath might be charged to arrive with? If the body needs peace, let the inhale be peace. If the body needs courage or confidence, let the inhale bring that. What does your body need in this moment? And can the breath support that? Can the breath be a nourishing force? Bringing that in. Inviting it into the body, bringing that in all the way down to the toes. Letting this awareness and this nourishment reach down to the right foot with its big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and fifth. Filling the sole of the foot and the heel and the top of the foot to the ankle. And in the same way, the left, big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and fifth, with the sole of the foot and the heel and the top of the foot and the ankle. Filled with this awareness and this intention to meet the needs, to breathe in the resources to the lower leg on the right and on the left, right knee, right thigh and left thigh, front and back there, the outer thighs, the inner thighs, all the way up to the groins, right and left, and the buttocks, left and right, the right hip, the left hip, all the way to the hip bones, left and right. Be aware of the bowl that is the pelvis, filled with resources. In the low back and at the abdomen, up the front of the chest through the breastbone and across the ribs and chest, under the armpits, left and right, and around to the back, shoulder blades, right and left. Be at the space between the shoulder blades, just behind the heart there. Take a moment to notice what is there. What does the space behind the heart need? What are the resources that would nourish the upper back and the tops of the shoulders, down to the armpits, left and right, and the upper arms, right and left elbows, and the forearms, left wrist, right hand, and left hand. Left hand thumb, right hand thumb, right hand index finger, left hand index finger, middle fingers left and right, fourth finger on the right and left, and the left little finger, the right little finger. Palms of the hands, right and left, and the backs, left and right. Be aware of the wrists and the forearms, the elbows, shoulders, back to the collarbone and the hollow between there. What is there in the hollow between the collarbones? How do I feel here? And what does the space here between the collarbones need? Feeling into the throat and neck, into the back of the head and the sides, right side, right ear, left ear, chin, lips, right cheek and left nostril and right, tip of the nose and the bridge of the nose, left eye and right eyebrow, left eyebrow, eyebrow center. Drop into the space within the head, inside the space between the eyebrows. What do I need? What does this body feel and need? What would be nourishing here? What are the resources to fill the top and the crown of the head together? Head and face, be aware of the neck and shoulders, the right arm, the left arm, the chest and back, abdomen, pelvis, the right leg, the left leg, together, both legs, and the trunk and both arms, the neck and head, the whole body. Together, the whole body. The whole body. Be aware of the whole body. Resting and breathing the whole body in the state of awareness, the whole body. That is Yoga Nidra here. Nothing to do, just to be aware, to be present, to be curious, to notice the breath, to be with the body. in awareness, holding that space, focusing inwardly, lovingly. And what besides unconditional love might be welcome? What would this body be nourished by? Letting the breath bring that in, feeling the inhale arrive with the resources, the love and the patience, arriving with strength and courage and flexibility, arriving with peace. Creative solutions, the whole body, nourished by the breath. And there's nothing to do, there's nothing to be done, to be, to receive, and to benefit from this state of rest, to be here in incubation the way the seed needs to be in the earth over the winter. To regenerate by bringing the awareness home, home to the body, home to the whole body. And to grow from a place of inner knowing, to grow from the question, what do I need? How do I wish to feel? What are the resources I'm calling for here? I'm inviting in. Perhaps there are images for you. Perhaps there are visual ideas of these resources, and perhaps a physical sensation and experience of what it feels like, letting the body generate, receiving, letting the body feel as if it is already here in the present, traveling in time and bringing this nourishment forward. What happens? How does the body feel nourished? What is possible? What is available? When the resources are plenty. And this important phase of nature, this phase of rest, the way the winter is a preparation for spring, the way the new moon prepares us for the full moon. This natural rhythm of pause, like the bottom of the exhale. Letting go of all that can be let go of, releasing through the exhale. Come into that moment of nothing, the rest, before inhale begins. What's that feel like? What can the body teach the mind about rest? What can the body request of rest or of the mind in terms of rest? Some bodies like a short nap here and there. Some bodies are quick nappers, and some bodies are long and deep sleep type bodies. Tuning in, feeling into these needs of rest. What are the needs of rest? What makes for the best rest? And playing that forward, traveling into the future where the needs are met. What happens when this body is well rested? What happens when this human life is replenished in the gift that is rest? What becomes possible? What becomes available? So holding that And that might be the place to stay. That might be the place to be in this inquiry of what's the best way to rest and how does the body rest the best. And it might be making a yoga nidra practice part of a daily practice available here, live and recorded, tuning inward and making this time for the self. And this is a place to return to at any moment, a state of awareness of your own consciousness, of your own human trajectory. So you might come back to be with these insights, to be with this energy. And for the purpose of our class and the purpose of our practice, the practice is coming to an end. In a few minutes, you'll be invited to awaken and to emerge, but there's no rush. It begins with the senses. It begins with listening to all the things that are to be heard. So there might be internal dialogues. There might be answers coming from the questions. There might be chatter in the mind, taking a moment to note that, to notice. Tuning into all of the sounds, these instructions among them, the sounds of the room or the building, the house, the street beyond, listening for nature, for the ongoing sounds and the sounds that start and stop, all the sounds of the world, including the sounds of the breath and the sounds of the heartbeat and the sounds of digestion here, listening to the body and preparing to shift. If that's the choice, you might stay where you are. You might promise yourself to come back, and you might emerge out of this practice at your own pace and at your time. And if it is now, following these instructions, feeling into the breath, feeling into the body, the back and the front of the body, the right and the left sides, all the surface beneath the body and the front there, or the upper side that's covered by clothing and touching the air, the whole body, the surface and the content, the container and the inner landscape all together. That's right, the whole body. And it awakens with little movements. There might be a deeper breath. There might be some wiggling of the tongue, of the eyebrows, of the cheeks and nose. There might be some finger movements, some toe wiggles, bringing those joint movements back in if some were especially helpful, especially useful, letting the body find its way awake with no rush and no hurry. Little movements yielding into larger movements. Perhaps the hands come together and warm up. It's a great way to make the mind more alert, and then placing that warmth in little cups over the hollow of the eyes. That energetic wash, bringing the warmth of the hands to the forehead, to the eyebrows, smoothing the body, coming in any sort of self-massage with the scalp or the forehead and the eyebrows, massaging the ears. If you are choosing to awaken, you might be doing your own thing. You might be in a liminal space, a transitional space of awareness that is perfect. You might need to hang out for a moment and breathe. You might be stretching. You might be rolling onto your side. There is no rush and no hurry. Thank you again for making this time to care for yourselves and your bodies. And I know that ripples into the world and creates a better environment for everyone. So looking forward to seeing you on the Zoom Mondays and also Wednesdays. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and leave a comment about your experience. And while you're here, please subscribe to my channel and opt in for notifications to catch the next class I upload. And then head over to olgachwa.com to join in a live event or to work one-on-one with me. I'm here to help.